Hi everyone. It's been an interesting few days. As you guys can tell, I'm not in my usual haunt in the back room because my uncle's in there needing to fix his computer. So we're in the front room for the time being. I'm going to keep it as short as I can because we have a full house. But what I wanted to inform you all is that last night my father tried to call me because the NHS had called my grandmother because they still have her number, and they let her know, because I told them to take the number off and they still haven't taken it off. So what they've done is that they've called her and they've said that they've given me an appointment and that I was going to be sorted out. So once again, they were vague about what they were going to do, which is understandable because confidentiality agreement, they can't go into too much detail. So they left it with my grandmother and told her to let me know that they were coming over. Now, my thing is this: Brent Mind have my number, they have my new number, and they know that in any case, if they really feel like they're worried about my mental health, that they're supposed to hand my number over to the mental health team. But instead of doing that, they have these people accosting my house when they know I'm going to be lying in, when they know I'm going to be half asleep, so that they can turn around and say, well, she's not taking care of herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the way that they're doing things, my thing is this: if you suspect somebody is ill, you don't shake them down like this. You follow the correct protocol. You ensure, as a Brent Mind staff member, that you have the number to hand and that you're ready to give these people the number in case you can't reach them in any other avenue. But neither Brent Mind made sure of that or Mental Health made sure of that. Instead, they did this ridiculous shakedown, which I'm going to play for you today. And they tried to be all, this whole conversation was ridiculous. Let me just play it for you now. You'll hear it for yourself. Hang on. I'm going to try and find somewhere to rest this.
Hi, yeah, alright. Yeah, I've got the online here. Did you call me? Did you call me?
Let me know if you can hear anything. Hang on.
Did you call my phone? No. Because I might have turned it off. Your phone is not, it's not what I tried yesterday. Yeah, it's off. It doesn't come on at all.
Let me know if you guys can hear.
Because I didn't get any warning that you were coming.
Alright, so let me just rewind this. You should be able to hear it.
Hi, Fabian, how are you? Yeah, alright. Yeah, I've got the online here. It's coming from Did you call me? Did you call me? Call you? No, I mean, did you call my phone? No. Because I might have turned it off. Your phone is not, it's not what I tried yesterday.
My phone wasn't off. So Iris said that my phone wasn't on. When I went to bed last night, my phone was on. So even if they couldn't reach me yesterday, they could have called me today to let me know they were coming over, and they didn't do that. Instead, they just sprung it on me today. Are you starting to get a picture of what's going on here? Now listen to the whole conversation. I'm going to try not to talk. I'm going to try not to take anything personally because these people operate on a dumb script and they're not prepared for the fallout of their actions. They never are. So I'm going to play the whole conversation for you. You listen to it, form your own opinion, and then I'll talk afterwards.
Yeah, it's off. It doesn't come on at all. Can you come in? No, because I didn't get any warning that you were coming.
Hang on a sec.
Turned it off. Your phone is not, it's not what I tried yesterday. Yeah, it's off. It doesn't come on at all. Can you come in? No, because I didn't get any warning that you were coming.
Probably you would have been told. My name is Caroline, and I'll be your mental health key worker. worker, Bronsbury Road. I think a few weeks ago you saw one of my colleagues, Jenny.
Yes.
In Park Royal.
Yes, I did.
So you have been
That was the door.
allocated to me. So going forward from now, I'll be working with you.
Okay.
And so there's been a few concerns about, you know, your mental health and how things are going with you.
Oh no, it's not concern. It's just using mental health in order to cover up what's being done and what isn't being done.
Okay, but I understand that you have stopped taking your medication completely. You stopped taking your mental health your medication for mental health. When did you stop?
In September.
In September. Okay, and so since then, the staff and your neighbors, they have noticed like some sort of like a change in your.
Noticed?
Yes, because apparently you kind of like causing some kind of disturbance on the neighbors, accusing them of doing all sorts of things against you.
Well, I have evidence for it, so.
Okay.
Again, the mental health thing is just used to cover up stuff that's being done.
In what way?
Well, let's be honest, right? If you're going to abuse somebody, you're not going to turn around and tell them that you're actually doing it. You're going to create excuses.
What kind of abuse?
Well, you know, throwing stuff at the wall, screaming. I did talk about electronic weaponry. I did talk about that with police.
Yeah, let me just speak. This is my manager.
Yeah.
Just hold on. Hello? Hi. Hi, John. Is this okay? I got the information from the lady. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, bye. Yeah, sorry about the interruption. That was my manager. I had to pick the call. Yeah, so you were saying?
Yeah. Well, if you're going to abuse somebody, you're not going to openly say it. You're going to try and make out like they're crazy. I'm a bit surprised at mental health, actually, because one of the leading causes of mental health is actually domestic abuse. And it's also one of the leading causes of mental health as well. So even if you were going to go down this road of saying that I have paranoid schizophrenia, what is activating paranoid schizophrenia is a hippocampus region. Trauma to the hippocampus region is what causes paranoid schizophrenia. And you can only have that if you've been subjected to sustained trauma. So my thing is this: why are we sitting here talking about my mental health? The evidence hasn't been looked at until recently. The evidence against with the harassment to do with me hasn't been looked at. Brent mind lying hasn't been looked at. Okay, mental health lying about the circumstances around my mental health hasn't been looked at. I've got evidence for everything that I'm saying. So my thing is this: the mental health angle is being used to cover up serious crimes that are being committed against me. These crimes should have been investigated. Instead, my mental health is being investigated, which leads me to believing that whatever crimes are going on against me, it goes all the way up to Central. A lot of people are talking about persecutory beliefs, but they haven't demonstrated a single shred of behaviour that would contrast what I've been saying.
So what about,
I don't watch what people say, I watch what people do.
So what about incidents with your neighbours? You harassing your neighbours? How do you explain that?
They've been harassing me.
The neighbours have been harassing you. In what way?
I told you, they've been throwing stuff at the wall, they've been screaming. It doesn't matter what I do, they're always harassing me, they're always taunting me, always doing some nonsense. I have evidence for that too.
Okay, and this started when?
Okay, this was back in May.
Since May?
Yeah,
your neighbours
like round about then, yeah.
Okay, we have a reason to be, based on what I've been told, and
But you've been told.
The information I do understand is like there's been issues going on, and
I've been the one who's been reporting them for the most part.
Assessment with my colleague.
Yeah.
You seem to be deteriorating in your mental health. Would you like so? Yes.
What is your evidence for this?
Okay.
What is everybody's evidence for this?
Would you be willing to take medication?
I want to know what the evidence is for my mental health deteriorating. I want to know what the evidence is that my claims of harassment are not real, because that is the crux of my mental health diagnosis. I want evidence.
So you don't agree that you have a mental health?
It's not about agreeing or not agreeing. Where is the evidence?
Can't answer the question.
Where are the qualifications stating that everybody knows exactly what's going on with somebody's biological output when they have a mental health issue?
So you want biology, you want tests like to test your brain and stuff like that? Is that what you're looking at?
If you look at a brain scan, if you got me a brain scan and you wanted to say that I have a mental health issue, you could easily use that brain scan and say, look, there's a defunct there, this person clearly has a mental health issue and we need to get it sorted out. Alright? But unless you have physical proof that the harassment is not real, you don't. Unless you have physical evidence that my mental health is deteriorating, you definitely don't, because Iris has come over here, everybody else has noticed that my confidence has grown, that I'm calmer than usual. Everybody else has noticed that, yeah? So there is no evidence to suggest that my mental health is deteriorating. So what I can gather from that is that there's something deeply unlawful going on.
Okay, I'm just gonna, what medication were you taking before?
Aripiprazole.
Aripiprazole. Would you be willing to start again?
No.
You don't want to start again?
Not without evidence.
Okay, because the thing is, what would happen is, because if you continue presenting the way you are, harassing it, first of all, you stop harassing your neighbors, because it is...
Pause. No.
Pause, you know. Fabi.
Because if you're willing to start again,
No.
you don't want to start again?
Not without evidence.
Okay, because the thing is, what would happen is, because if you continue presenting the way you are, harassing it, first of all, you stop harassing your neighbors, because it
Pause.
is...
Pause.
Pause.
No. No.
We don't want to
Pause.
go that way, okay?
Pause.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
absolutely.
Evidence. And I've got evidence on my dictaphone right here of lies that have been told to me, of neighbours harassing me. I've got proof on YouTube as well. I've got proof of Asarad lying. I've got proof of my neighbours stalking me, not just here, but at the other house.
Okay. And that's why you moved from the other house to here?
No, that's why they moved. No, that's why they moved me. I suggested the person harassing me got moved.
You felt that...
I don't want to hear Phil. I don't want to hear Phil. Evidence.
No.
I have evidence.
My question is...
No, my feelings are backed up by evidence. I don't appreciate this language, because what you're trying to do is manipulate me into believing that the abuse against me isn't real, and you have no point of reference to go on other than... Sorry. You have no point of reference to go on other than other people's word.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got evidence. You want to talk to me about mental health.
Okay.
Really?
Would you be willing to come for an appointment at Brunswick Road if I offered an appointment at all?
I did send a text to Iris saying that the appointment
You have
needs to be
wanted
moved
it
forward. Yeah.
You want it to be moved forward? Okay. So I'll go back to the office. I'll discuss with your consultant, and we're going to arrange for a review. It's not going to be now.
I'm going to demonstrate all this evidence right in front of you, and then we're going to talk about paranoid schizophrenia.
You don't
and how
agree
that
that
would...
you have paranoid schizophrenia?
No, we're going to talk. No, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to demonstrate the evidence in front of you, and then you can tell me whether you're hallucinating.
Did you hear what I just said? I said to this woman, listen, I'm going to play you some evidence on my dictaphone, because I've got another dictaphone here. I've got two dictaphones, right? I'm going to play you I'm going to play you evidence from my dictaphone, and then you can tell me whether you're sharing the same hallucinations. Listen, I don't understand what comes out of my mouth until later on. This is crazy.
It's unlawful.
Okay.
It's unlawful. It's attempted drugging.
I'm going to ask
It's attempted drugging and potentially attempted abduction.
Okay.
Sequestering.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions. in terms of mental health assessment, and I have to do that because it's my job. Okay. And
I don't mind your questions, I just don't like the assumptions you're making based on other people's word. Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here with evidence in my pocket, in my house, and you're talking to me about what I need to stop doing. Continue with your question, right?
Whee!
So do you hear voices at all that, you know, you're alone in
No,
the
the
house and you
voices
hear
I hear are
talking to
people harassing me. That's the voices I hear.
What?
And the thing is, those aren't hallucinations.
Okay,
That's real, and that's on tape.
What do they say? What do the voices say?
What do the
my neighbours
voices
start
say?
saying, no, okay,
He's
so
playing dumb.
no, not the voices, because I don't have hallucinations.
Okay.
That's another thing we're not going to do today. So what the neighbours start saying is that they threaten to harm me every single time I study. First of all, how did they even know I'm studying?
Or the neighbours?
Yeah, they threaten to harm me if I'm studying. They threaten to harm me if I stay calm. They threaten to harm me if I laugh at them, if I start taunting them. A couple of weeks back, my freedom pass was stolen. I didn't report it to the police because I didn't think it was worth it, because I knew the police weren't going to investigate it. Hold on, I came back with shopping, and I came back to call my grandmother to let her know I was safe. The neighbour downstairs starts popping off, throwing a tantrum, saying, stop making us look stupid. Why?
Or when
All I've done is come home and let my grandmother know she's safe. Grandmother know I'm safe. What's the problem?
Right.
So it leads me to believe that my freedom pass was stolen at some point, and the people in this house knew about it and somehow arranged it. Now, the reason why...
to the police about this?
Why are you asking
They're
me the
trying
same
that
question? I
they're
just told you I
re-asking
didn't
so that they can try and trip you up. Like,
because I knew there wasn't any point. They haven't investigated the break-in. Again,
let me play it again. I said I was going to stay quiet, but this is just
my freedom
ridiculous.
pass was stolen at some point, and the people in this house knew about it and somehow arranged it. Now, the reason why...
to the police about this?
Why are you asking me the same question? I just told you I didn't report it to the police because I knew there wasn't any point. They haven't investigated the break-in. Again, which I have evidence for.
They broke into your flat.
Yeah.
The neighbours.
That was open. This thing is open over here. I have proof of that. The attic door. If anybody wants to break into my flat through this door, then they could easily do it. It still hasn't been locked yet. At first, I was holding off on getting it locked because I wanted the police to come and investigate it. But I've told Iris already, I want to lock over that thing because otherwise people will break in again while I'm out of the house. And she's confessed to that too. The neighbours have confessed to that too.
Do you go out of it?
The only reason I'm not going out is because of my freedom pass.
Okay.
This is extremely unlawful what you're doing.
Right, so I want to explain the freedom pass thing. If I don't have my freedom pass on me and it actually costs me money to go out and travel, that means I'm going to stay in the house longer. And if I'm staying in the house longer, then they can basically turn around and reframe that and say that I'm getting depressed or that my mental health is deteriorating. Do you see how they're reframing these questions? It's very important to know the tricks that they play so that you're prepared, okay?
I hope you know that.
I'm a mental health nurse.
No. I hope you know that taking people at their word without evidence, accusing somebody of mental health issues without evidence, that any of what I'm saying is actually a delusion, it's unlawful
Why
what
did
you're
you take
doing.
medication then previously if you didn't believe you had a mental health problem?
Well, because I used to actually buy into the mental health team's threats at the time.
Threats?
Yeah.
Okay.
That if I didn't take my medication, they put me on something stronger or they'd get me injected. So I used to take a threat seriously, but now I'm in the position now where you can do what you want to do. It doesn't change the facts.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you what would happen, okay? Because if, like I said, we're going to arrange for a meeting with your consultant, okay? But
Who's
then,
my consultant?
his name is Demopolis. He's new to you as well as new doctor to you. However, if we need to do like a further assessment and like a proper assessment of your mental health. If we do, then
a proper one.
You need. I believe
Proper
that you
my
need to take
ass.
medication, because what you're telling me is medication. Because however, if we do, we need to do like a further assessment and need like a proper assessment of your mental health. If we do, then
a proper one.
You need. I believe that you need to take medication, because what you're telling me is obviously you strongly believe that your neighbors.
Are you really serious? Are you really serious?
I was not in the mood. Listen.
Are you really serious? Are you really serious? Evidence. No. I've got evidence. I've actually got evidence. What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Have you always been like this? I mean, have you always felt like...
It's not about feelings. I've got evidence. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'll reframe the question. Has it always been the case that your neighbors harass you all the time? And how long has this been? If so, how long has this been going on for?
Well, years. I mean, if it's, like I said, there's 3 layers to it. I explained that in the assessment. The first layer is community policing. Second layer is behavioural study. Third layer is trafficking. What's going on right now is trafficking. Why are you telling me that there's a mental health issue when I actually have evidence of what's going on, tangible evidence of what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will show you this evidence.
Noise pollution in the background. They tend to do that when I'm recording.
Tell me if you're hallucinating it as well, and if you need to be checked right along with me, because that's what I'm going on.
People speaking on that, like the people that come to speak to you.
Hold on a second. Let me just replay that.
Come to speak to you.
You can, when I actually have evidence of what's going on, tangible evidence of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will show you this evidence in the assessment, and then you can turn around and tell me if you're hallucinating it as well, and if you need to be checked right along with me, because that's what I'm going on.
People speaking on that, like the people that come to speak to you, as I asked you a question about voices, these people that you say...
No, I've also got recordings of neighbours shouting through the wall as well and harassing me. I've got evidence here, I've got evidence on video, I've got evidence on...
Why would they be shouting at you through the walls? I'm just wondering.
Because they're paid to do it. Well,
who pays them?
Like I said, it's a private unlisted company that operates under central government's instruction.
Do you think cameras in your flat for them to know what's going on in your life? Do you think that there's cameras in your flat for these people to find out that one?
Let me be clear, okay? If somebody is using electronic weapons against me, if somebody is psychologically harassing me, if somebody is doing all these things, what sense would it make for there not to be cameras?
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, if you're conducting an experiment into how psychological warfare and energetic warfare work, and you need proof of how psychiatric drugs are affecting the person, untested psychiatric drugs, by the way, what sense would it make for me not to be monitored 24/7? What sense would it make?
They will never give you drugs that are not tested.
That's not true at all, because a good chunk of the psychiatric drugs that go into the GP's office haven't been tested first.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think that's true? You mean you don't know? Why would you be in the mental health profession and not know whether these drugs are tested or not? Let's continue.
You don't think it's true. Have you done research to find out whether it's true or not? Have they actually told you whether it's true or not? You see, you make a lot of assumptions, and I'm trying to understand where you get those assumptions from.
Is your phone on? Are you reachable on the phone?
Should be now. I might turn it on.
All right.
I'll probably turn it on.
I'm going to stop this here because it's got my number on it. Hang on a sec. I might need to answer the phone. No, it's all right. I'm going to forward this. Hang on. I'm going to forward this here. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm getting at here? It's just chatting endless bollocks.
Clearly has a mental health. But the thing is, I tried everything that I could to get a hold.
Hang on a sec.
I tried for 3 years at that Central Middlesex Hospital.
Right.
Where?
Yes.
Have you been admitted to a hospital before, mental health hospital?
Oh yeah, I've been.
Hold up. When did I stop this?
Before mental health illness. You don't believe that you do not feel care. Okay.
You don't know. I need to.
Right. So I'm giving them my number.
I'm just gonna call it. And then
It might be off. You don't know.
Okay.
Check it. Put it on the loudspeaker.
Watch this.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll send
That's
you
my
number,
phone ringing.
And it's Caroline. I'm your care coordinator.
Right. So she rang my phone this morning. This morning my phone was not off. My phone was on. Yeah. Which means that all morning my phone was on because I was in bed. At any point, these people could have called me. Let me check the missed calls up in here. Let me just check the missed calls here. Yeah. Okay. So we've got one missed call from Caroline CMH. We've got one missed call here, and that was the time she called me at the time of that recording. Yeah. At no other point is there a phone call from her anywhere else. Not a phone call from her. Iris said she tried to call me yesterday, but my phone was off. But what they needed to do was try me again today. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to just call the night before, give up, and then show up at somebody's house. You're not supposed to operate like that if you are a mental health facility. That these people are operating straight out of their arse. This is exactly what I'm saying, but let me keep playing because these people play games that they're not. These people play games that they're not equipped for. Let me continue.
To help you, I understand that you do not want. You don't believe that you have a mental health illness. I agree, and I would like to help you. Okay, we don't want to come.
You get bonuses for telling people they have mental health issues when they don't.
Have you been admitted to a hospital before, mental health hospital?
Oh yeah, I've been abducted before, yeah.
In a mental health hospital?
I've been abducted before, yes.
Okay. How many times?
Just once.
Where?
Central Middlesex Hospital. I was abducted in May.
This year?
No, 3 years ago. I was abducted in May. The thing is, I had a suicide attempt around about late March of that year. But the thing is, I tried everything that I could to get a home visit from mental health services, and they were unreachable. So after they became unreachable, I decided, okay, so I'm not going to get through to them. I'm not going to get a home visit out of it. Let me just work on my mental health. I was actually improving by the time they came round to section me. Okay, so I was abducted. Let's be clear. Okay.
Recently, have you felt any thoughts of suicide at all?
No. No need.
True.
No need. Because everything that I've explained about the electronic weaponry being used against me, my house being broken into, my things being contaminated, there's something else that she confessed to.
Is it?
Yeah. Coming into my flat and spitting in my produce. She's bragged about that as well. She's bragged about hacking my communications. She's bragged about being able to see me. She's bragged, like the sheer amount of things. The same neighbours that you're saying I'm harassing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Where did you get that from?
You say that. So what evidence do you have that she hacked into your information?
Because she said it through the war, and also I've got recorded evidence on here that she's been harassing.
So hold on. Do you see what they're doing here, right? Because because mental health, this woman Caroline is operating on hearsay, right? And I've asked her, where is your evidence that I'm not truthful about what I say? Yeah. photographic evidence of implants being removed handed to... Case was postponed. I just got word just now from a trusted TI friend of mine that photographic evidence of implants being removed was handed to Dr. Catherine Horton yesterday after her court case was postponed. So that's from Targeted UK, okay? So the court case of Dr. Catherine Horton was postponed. So I'm letting everyone know now, her case was postponed. Dr. Catherine Horton is a prominent targeted individual who has been, who has done extensive research into targeting, who has been suffering, just like a lot of us have been suffering. She's been speaking in detail about what these people have been doing. She's applied to GCHQ. She's done all of that. She's done the freedom of information thing. She's done subject data access request. She's done all of that shit. So she's confronted central government directly about their actions. And one of the letters that Dr. Catherine Horton got back was that her claims were frivolous and a waste of time. Frivolous and a waste of time. At no point during any of Dr. Catherine Horton's complaints did they ever say that her complaints were false. Another targeted individual in the US stated that she was also being targeted by central government. I should be ashamed of myself. Her name is Lawana A. Reid. She sent a letter to intelligence services over in her country, and they turned around and they said to her, "We can neither confirm nor deny what's been happening to you." So basically that means, yeah, we've been targeting you. So notice how these people try to spin things and turn things around on you, but at no point can they ever really deny truthfully what's going on with you. So they have to stick to a dumb script. And as for this woman right here, she's talking about, now she's trying to flip the script on me. But she came over to that house based on hearsay in the first place. I was in bed in my flat just before Iris and Caroline showed up. And Iris said to Caroline, we've had enough of this now. This has got to stop. I'm like, all right. So there are crimes going on. And instead of actually solving the crimes or admitting to the crimes, which would actually get you off, you want to decide to double down on your crimes, these same crimes that make it completely legal for central government to come after you. You want to double down on that and bring this woman around to my house to talk a bunch of nonsense about mental health. So all of this is happening on nothing more than hearsay. Nothing more than hearsay was enough to get the police round my house for me playing the piano. It was enough to get me locked up, me abducted in May when my mental health is improving. And it was enough for this woman to show up here. And yet when I turn around and say, oh, I've heard them say this, they're turning around on me and saying, what is your evidence for that? Do you see how these people operate? Do you see how these people operate? And no, I don't record everything that this bitch says, because if she's got me on camera, then she knows when I'm about to record her. And if she knows when I'm about to record her, she has to be in a really desperate state of mind. I'm talking about Samira Igal now or anybody else in the building. These perps, in order to see me clearly and be prepared to expose themselves, they have to be in a really desperate frame of mind to allow me to do that. Do you understand? So 9 times out of 10, she's going to talk shit through the wall. And as soon as I start turning my dictaphone on, she ain't going to say shit. Or if she's going to do her harassment thing, she's going to make sure she does it quietly so that the dictaphone can't pick it up. She hopes. So while this woman is sitting there talking shit about, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? Like, she's chatting bullshit and she knows she's chatting bullshit. She's just trying to turn things around on me because she's not smart enough. None of these people are on my level intellectually, and they know it. None of these people are on targeted individuals' levels intellectually. That's why we're targeted individuals to begin with. It's not just names out of a hat. Ain't none of these motherfuckers on our level. That's what all of this is about. And now they're trying to copy you and turn it around on you. You can imitate, but you can never duplicate, motherfucker. Right, you're trying to turn it around on me. Stop it.
Anyway, and plus, Brent might have lied repeatedly. Why would you need to lie repeatedly if nothing's going on?
Okay.
To me, it just seems weird, because the thing is, everything that I've been saying to you, if I really have a mental health issue, it should be completely easy to disprove. But instead of making the effort to actually disprove it, people are coming around to my house talking about mental health issues.
Yeah, but Fabian, you would never like. Theoretically, we believed that you had a mental health illness, and you had been stable for some time. But then staff, Iris and her colleagues have noticed a change in your behavior.
Well, the only reason why is because...
Which is why they offered you an appointment with us.
Yeah, but they didn't offer Jack. They didn't offer anything. The only reason why they had you referred to me was because they know that citing somebody as mentally ill is the fastest way to discredit me. I've caught Brent Mind in several lies. I've caught my neighbours in several lies. I've caught mental health in several lies. The best way to silence me is to try to discredit me as mentally ill, or at least have me taken out of the building temporarily so that you could gather yourselves together and figure out a way how to keep your secrets without me telling everybody and without me telling the public. That's what all of this is about. Let's not play these games. You've got no evidence that I'm deluded about anything. You've got no evidence that even if I do have mental health issues, that it's been enough to stop me from actually functioning. And plus, you also have no evidence that what the neighbours are saying are true. I have evidence that what I'm saying is true.
Like I said, I'm going to go to the office. I'll bring your appointment a little bit nearer. Obviously, the consultant is going away for this period, so...
Yeah, I bet.
I bet you know. Oi.
So,
yeah, I bet.
I'll arrange an appointment for you to come and see us on Bosbury Road. Okay? But I really, really highly recommend that you start your medication, and that will be, I think that's the best way forward, because we want to avoid a situation where
the best
you
way
will spend
forward is to have
in hospital.
evidential crimes investigated. That's the best way forward. And for people who actually know what they're talking about, to come to me with mental health diagnoses, because right now I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing demonstrated knowledge of mental health, demonstrated knowledge of what causes mental health. Right now I'm just hearing gaslighting. Most of the people that you have under your care are mentally ill because of sustained trauma. That's what causes mental illness. Where is the sustained trauma coming from for me to be diagnosed with mental health issues? That's what I'm asking you. You can't just say somebody has mental health issues and you ain't got no idea where it comes from.
Okay.
You can't just say that. That's playing with people's lives. Do you understand the side effects that these drugs cause to you long term?
Right.
Just because it has the effect of making somebody docile, it doesn't mean it doesn't cause them health issues in other ways. You know this. That's why you have to keep getting tests.
That is true.
Woo!
All medication causes side effects. That's very true.
And also, what causes further health deterioration, if you really want to go there, is abuse.
Okay.
I'm not gonna turn around just out of nowhere and say everybody's harassing me, and I'm not gonna have my evidence on point. Every single person knows that about me. Everybody knows that here.
Thanks for talking to us. It's a shame that you didn't let us in, and we had to talk about...
Well, I haven't showered and I haven't prepared myself.
Yeah.
Again, this is probably another setup to try and make it look like I can't take care of myself, getting me first thing in the morning, to try and make me look like I can't take care of myself. I'm used to all the tactics by now.
It's early in the morning. It's 10 o'clock, so it's...
Well, for me it's early because the thing is that A, I'm on right now. B, I have seasonal affective disorder, so for me this is early. Okay? You knew what you were doing.
Disorder.
Yeah. Yeah, I do get affected by the seasons, I'm not gonna lie.
What happens?
No, I just sleep more. Listen.
See, when it's cold, people like to sleep. I love to stay in bed when it's very cold.
It's not even that.
Trust me, I don't like to get up.
It's not even likely to stay in. It's not even likely to stay in bed. It's just the effect of the seasons.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We keep in touch. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And please do not harass your neighbors. They'll call the police.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah. They threatened. Jackson. Yeah.
Please do not harass your neighbors. They'll call the police.
Goodbye. Thank you.
They will call the police on you.
Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah. They said they threatened to do it before they could do Jack. So goodbye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Like I said, I'm not laughing because I think, you know, I'm a badass or anything, or that I'm so proud or so proud. No. The reason why I'm laughing is because it really demonstrates to me how much I take what they say to heart. And it also demonstrates to me that I really don't understand. Like, when my back is up, I don't check myself and the stuff that I come out with. Like, I don't check myself. But a lot of what I said was true. I mean, all of it, what I said was true. There's one final part that I forgot to leave her with. What she's actually doing to me is a lot more serious than just systemic abuse. It's also treason. When you commit acts of terrorism against members of the public like this, you've literally, you're not just a trafficker, you're not just money laundering, you're not just, you know, doing multiple crimes in the name of getting paid, but you're also technically a traitor to the UK because you're acting against the country's interests. Targeted individuals are more than just targeted individuals. Okay, hang on. Targeted individuals are more than just targeted individuals. We're the country. We are the country. When you break into my flat, which the gang stalkers are doing right now, when you contaminate my things like the gang stalkers are doing right now, when you fire weapons on us, when you rape us, when you torture us, when you put us on dark stream, when you stream our deaths, stream our torture on the dark web for everyone to see, as well as monitoring it yourself, you're not just traffickers and money launderers, you're also terrorists. And more importantly, you're traitors to this country because you are acting against the country's interests. And when it gets into that territory, what it actually means is that it's illegal for the government to do whatever it is they want to do to you. So we're talking about the fact that I can't even protect my family right now because there are members of my family who've been involved in this. You know, as much as it makes me laugh that the people that have been abusing me who are not related to me are legally in the government, in central government's mercy, meaning the central government can just kill them off with no fucks given at all because they've got an ace up their sleeve, and that ace is this person has committed terrorism, they're a treason to the country. They can't do that with me. They can't do that with me, not at least not without falsifying evidence. That's why they keep going down the mental health route. They can't do that to me without falsifying evidence because I'm not a damn terrorist. Everything that's being done to me, including that conversation, is unlawful. That's one of the messages that I actually sent to Iris and everybody on my contact list last night. One of my sent messages was this. Okay, so I told them about Samira Igal bragging about the fact that she intercepted my phone and stopped me sending texts. Yeah. I also revealed here on my contact list, and you can see it, right? I said, and while the abuse of me is unlawful, abuse of TIs is actually unlawful in every way imaginable. Given that the abuse of me and the abuse of TIs is an act of treason, it is completely lawful for central government to subject the perps to the same torture. If you don't believe me, look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. I think treason is it's life imprisonment over here. Treason is life imprisonment. But there's been a lot of talk about bringing back the death penalty. They're bringing it round back to that. They're trying to get people used to central databases, and they're also trying to warm people to the idea of the death penalty for precisely this reason. So if central government ever gets caught out in their shit, or the perps ever get caught out in their shit, central government can say, well, you know, if we kill these people off, technically it's not against the law. They're traitors to the country anyway. And they've also destabilize their own countries. If they're immigrants, they've helped to destabilize diplomatic relationship between their own countries and Britain. They can easily use that excuse and move the goalposts if they wanted to. But everything that they're doing to me is unlawful. Everything that they do to other TIs is unlawful. Completely unlawful. And yet if the same are being done to the perps, or the same ends up being done to the perps in this country at least, it's not unlawful to do so. It's not unlawful to have these people in hospital. It's not unlawful to have them drugged up. They're terrorists. They're terrorists and traitors. It's not unlawful to do any of this. Why do you think, even as they've done everything that they can to upset me, that it doesn't matter anymore? Even if I do get upset, even if they do manage to successfully have me sequestered, it's just a long list of crimes that they have to answer for. And the fact that they're doubling down and they're doubling, and they're continuing on this road, it really speaks volumes. They could end all this overnight. All these perps could turn around and say, central government's involved. They're working through a private listed company that's not in the directory. And they have us doing this, and this. They could testify right now, get sweetheart deals. Potentially get sweetheart deals, potentially get diplomatic immunity for confessing everything that's been done to them and us. But no, they're doubling down. And because they're doubling down, the country is destabilizing. The world is destabilizing. The reset button is being clicked because these people would rather feel powerful, rather feel superior, rather feel in control than do the right thing. They would give their lives. They have demonstrated that they will give their lives to feel superior. The Conservatives winning this election by a fucking landslide. All this Brexit talk, Brexit means Brexit. These people would give their lives to feel superior. For the myth of their own superiority, they will give their lives for it. They will give their lives. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are, how courageous you are. You're not going to compete with fanaticism like that. This is not about fanaticism of religion. This is not about fanaticism of philosophy. This is about fanaticism of ego. You ain't about to compete with that. So I'm not trying to. Instead, I carve my own road, make my own chain, based in truth, loyalty, justice, love, real love. Not the kind of love that forgives fucking, traitors of the country and fucking, no. That's what my chain will be based on. The legacy of trying to protect this world. And you want to know the funny thing about this is? There's almost no difference between me and the gang stalkers. The only difference between us is that I learn by making mistakes. I learn from my mistakes. I learn from them. I learn from them and I prepare myself for next time. They don't do that. Because the only thing they're thinking about is being superior to someone else. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that because I'm already an arrogant bastard. I don't need to be thinking about, oh, how am I going to prove that I'm superior? I don't need to do that because I'm too arrogant for that. I'm too arrogant for that. Instead, I'm thinking about what am I going to do next? How am I going to protect the whole? How am I going to protect everybody? Because I'm part of this world. If I don't fight for the world, there ain't nobody, ain't a damn soul in this world that's going to fight for me. And that's the same for everyone. If you don't fight for the voiceless, then ain't a fucking soul alive going to fight for you when it's your turn to have your voice robbed from you. It is important to me. That's what I think about every hour of every fucking day. Sure, my mind will drift onto some, fantasy where I have a normal life, where I have partners that love me. I said plural, partners. Fuck everybody if they have a problem with it. I have dreams of a normal life. I have dreams of a successful life just like anybody else. But I know that they're just fantasies, unlike these perps. I know it's not real. I've always known it's not real. I retreated and escaped to a fantasy world for the longest time as a youngster. Precisely because it wasn't. Precisely because in a fake world, I control what goes on. I felt like I had no control going through this shit and not knowing what was going on, but now I know. And I still have no control. Only me having no control, it doesn't damage me. It damages the people who are abusing me. Because now it's legal, it's hunting season for central government if they want to take it there. If they really want to take it there and they really want to have the gang stalkers locked up or the gang stalkers tortured, they can do so entirely legally. It is open season on the perpetrators. It's been open season ever since they said yes. And me and my sick self down Chatsworth Road, I knew this, but it was like finding a way to articulate it, letting everything unfold in front of me, but I knew they would pay for their actions. I just didn't know how. That's why and the fact that they're coming after me and not after the people that set them up and not after the people that sexually assaulted them and not after the people that damaged their brains and not after the people that damaged their organs and not after the people that drugged them, sequestered them. That they're coming after me instead, even though I didn't do jack shit like that. That speaks volumes about where their mindset is at. It speaks volumes about where their priorities lie. I ain't dealing with that over here. I might not be able to save this world, and I certainly ain't going to be able to do it on my own. 100 targeted individuals couldn't even do it. But when I make a decision on what I do, I have to think, what is the best way forward for this world? That's what I have to think. That's the choice that I have to make every day. What is best for spirit? What is best for the world around me? Because again, I ain't thinking about my superiority. My superiority is etched in my DNA as a result of everything that I've survived and come through. My superiority complex is fucking etched out here. It's engraved in me. My superiority complex is engraved in me. Because not only do I talk big shit, I back it up. But the perps have demonstrated that they'd rather die than be wrong. So be it. So be it. I'm looking forward to this next meeting with Caroline. Further assessment of my mental health. They know damn well I'm not deteriorating. What they're trying to do is they're trying to split me off into two categories. One category is I tell the truth and I'm falling apart, or the other category is I'm lying and I'm stable. but I'm telling the truth and I'm stable. That's the danger zone that they're trying to avoid. They always pull this shit every single time I'm improving. Constantly. And especially if I'm improving without their drugs. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So, I'm going to go now. I'm going to get something to eat because my belly is rumbling. On the way over here, while I was on the bus, I saw a couple of Somalis heading towards Anson Road, which is where I live. Because Samira Igal is Somali, and Amal Mohammed is Somali, she knows Jeremy Gilpraba. Vanessa Katani knows Jeremy Gilpraba. Because of all that going on, Amal disclosed to me that whenever somebody bothers one Somali person, and let's be clear, this is not about Somalis, this is about fucking narcissists, okay? I don't care where they come from, they're fucking people, alright? When one Somali narcissist decides that somebody is bothering them, what they will do is they will get other Somali people roped into their bullshit in order to storm their house, rob their house, steal things from their house. Okay? That's what Amal Mohammed told me. So either they've been going in the direction of Anson Road to try and intimidate me, which I don't think is going on, or they're planning to steal shit again. Now, I don't have any control over that. So there's no point in me getting freaked out about it. What I do have control over is how much I humiliate these people. That's what I do have control over. And even if I don't have the internet, they've seen me. They know I don't give a fuck. They know I don't give a fuck. I will sit there, I will argue them way under the table and humiliate these people with the truth. I don't need the internet to do it. I've demonstrated that. And even if they remove my evidence, that's fucking evidence. As long as this program is going on, they're going to continue to give me evidence of not only their fucking terrorism, but their traitorous behavior. So there's that. Anywho, I'm going to go. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm fucking hungry. Oi. But yeah, that meeting today, it was just an exercise in trying to manipulate the situation. You know how it goes. I don't need to explain it to you. I want to thank, I'm not going to say his name, but I want to thank him for being with me, because I'm putting this up on YouTube. I'm not going to say his name. I want to thank him for stopping by. Thank all people who've been watching my video. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm sure I'll forget something when we come off here, because I'm hearing alarm bells in my head right now. I'm sure I'll forget something. I've forgotten something. Oh yeah, before I leave, because of the health issues that these people have caused, or these people are bragging to have caused, because they want to talk about me having paranoid schizophrenia, and yet I've got evidence of abuse that they have deliberately been letting slide. So if they really want to go down this road of saying that I have mental health issues, first of all, we have to examine the root cause. And the root cause, even if it was true, it would go back to their negligence. So if it really was a situation where it caused mental health issues, I could actually have grounds to sue these people for compensation. That's another thing that they didn't prepare for. I could actually have grounds to sue these people. So not only are they traitors, terrorists and human traffickers that are already losing money anyway, because that's how these programs work. The perps end up losing money. But they're about to become broke. Keep playing with me. And now I gotta go. Bye.